Okay, so let's move on to number 21. So we have a 3,600 volts. Um, Yun yung voltage natin, no? So line to line voltage, 3,600 volts. So full load S or apparent power, 500 kVA. Frequency, 60 hertz. Three phase. Y connected transformer on test yields the following results. So mechanical and iron loss or yung ating P-core. So this is equal to 10 kilowatts. Field current. So at full load, 100%. Okay. And that is 50 amperes. Okay. Field current at full load, 80% power factor lagging. So power factor, 0.8. And yung ating ano dito, current natin dito is 70 amperes. Okay. So, power factor, okay, yung field current natin is 70 amperes. Okay, so yung unang field current natin dito, so this is at unity power factor of 100% now. Okay, and your resistance per phase, RR per phase, so this is equal to zero point 0.4 ohms. Okay, the exciter voltage is constant at 120 volts. So yung ating V exciter is equal to 120 volts and voltage control is done by means of a rheostat. Okay? So determine the full load armature current at 80% lagging power factor. So simple lang tanong dito, no? So full load current at 80% power factor. Okay? So since full load current lang yung gusto natin dito, so pwede natin gamitin yung ating okay, line current. Okay? So since ang line current natin and this is Y, so parehas yan sa hyperface natin. Okay? So this is equal to your S over square root of 3 multiplied by your line-to-line voltage. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to 500 kilo all over square root of 3 multiplied by 3,600. So therefore, yung ating I line or hyperface now is equal to what? So 500 times 10 raised to 3 all over square root of 3 multiplied by 3,600. And this is equal to 80.2 amperes. So therefore, the answer is letter D. So dito maraming binigay, okay, na mga ano, okay, mga parameters. So, ang tinatanong lang naman is full load current. Okay? So, kaya ganyan lang gagawin ninyo. Okay? So, sige, next tayo. Number 22. So, a single phase generator delivers 80 amperes at 240 volts and 75% lagging power factor. So, what kind of generator is this supplying? So, take note po, we have a 75% lagging power factor. So, this will tell us now, so kung anong klaseng load meron tayo. So, since this is lagging power factor, ano po ba ang meron sa lagging power factor? So, go back to circuits 1 or circuits 2 or that's your single phase circuit. So, yung lagging natin will tell us that that load is inductive. Okay? Kapag leading power factor, capacitive. Okay, kapag resistive naman, so PF is unity. So unity power factor. Okay? So reactive, so this is a general term. So general siya. So kasi pwede dito, so it can maybe lead or lag. So kaya hindi ito yung sagot. Okay? So this is not the general. So we need a specific no lagging power factor. Inductive siya. Okay? So, next na tayo. So, generated voltage of alternator. So, take note po dito, ang pinag-usapan natin is yung generated voltage based on the construction of your generators. Pero let's move on to your generation of voltage of alternators in terms of um, on-load connections. Okay? Ayan. So, take note lang po, ito yung ating per phase analysis for a generator. Okay? Take note po, meron tayo ditong voltage. Okay? Ito yung voltage na sinusupply ng ating generator or generated voltage. So, meron din siyang impedance. Okay? So, that's your Z per phase. So, yung Z per phase natin dito is equal to your armature resistance per phase plus your synchronous reactance per phase. Okay? And then, meron rin tayong ikakabit na load. Okay? And dito rin po sa load natin, makikita or malalaman kung ano yung ating terminal voltage. Okay, paano nga ba natin makukuha yung generated voltage natin? So, yung ating EG per phase now is equal to what? So, this is equal to your VT per phase plus I per phase times Z per phase. Okay? So, ito yung formula natin. And ano yung mga yan ulit? So, yung ating EG per phase, so that's your generated voltage per phase. So VT per phase, so that is terminal voltage per phase. I per phase, so that is current per phase. And lastly, yung Z per phase natin, that's your armature impedance per phase. Okay? So in relation to this, meron tayong tinatawag na voltage regulation. So for your generator. So in general, ang ating voltage regulation, so for any type of DC machines, so in general, so yung VR per phase natin, so that is V no load minus V full load over V full load per phase. Okay? So in terms of generator, yung ating no load voltage is equal to your EG or generated voltage. And your full load voltage dito, so this is equal to your terminal voltage. Okay? So, yan yung connotation natin kapag generator ang pinag-uusapan. Okay? So, in terms of per phase, so yung no load natin dito is mapapalitan ng EG per phase. Ito yon. So, minus yung ating V full load na pinalitan ng terminal voltage per phase over terminal voltage per phase. Okay? That's your voltage regulation. Okay, pero bago tayo makakuha ng voltage regulation, dadaan muna tayo dito sa equation natin na to. Okay? But take note po, this is in phasor form. Okay? Hindi tayo basta-basta makakapag-add ng voltages when it comes to AC. So, kailangan niyang maging phasor muna. Okay? Ayan. So, in terms of line-to-line naman, okay, so yung ating VR per phase, oh sorry, I should say, percent VR, I should say, okay? So, percent VR is equal to EG line-to-line minus terminal voltage or VT line-to-line over VT line-to-line. So, pinalitan lang natin ng parameters na line-to-line yung ating per phase dito. Okay? So, in terms naman of power and reactive factors, so power factor and reactive factor, ito yung ating percent VR. Okay? So, that is equal to the square root of cosine plus percent IR, the quantity squared, plus sine of theta plus or minus I or percent IX the quantity squared. So take note lang dito, no? sa portion na to. So kung positive yung ating gagamitin, dapat laging yung ating power factor. So kung siya naman ay um, leading, so negative naman yung gagamitin natin. Okay? Ayan. So paki-take note yan. Okay? So sige, let's move on to the next, number 23. So this is a problem, board exam problem for 2000, April 2005. So we have a single phase, 2,400 volt synchronous generator. So take note po kapag binigyan tayo ng ganito, so this is your nameplate or your terminal voltage. Okay? So this is um tama. So, terminal voltage. So, since this is single phase, so wala tayong line to line muna dito. Okay, so this is equal to 2,400 volts. So, it delivers 450 amperes. So, yung ating I is equal to 450 amperes at unity power factor. So, PF equal to 1 or your theta here is 0 degrees. Okay? So, the synchronous impedance of the generator is, so yung ating Z is equal to 0.08 plus J 2.8 ohms. Now, what is the regulation in percent? So, yung percent voltage regulation. Okay, balikan lang natin yung percent voltage regulation, no? So, kapag ilalagay nyo na dito yung ating, yung ating mga parameters, so make sure the numbers here are all in magnitude form. Okay? Magnitude dapat palagi siya. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, dito, ang makukuha kasi muna natin dito is phasor form. Okay? Then, i-convert natin siya sa magnitude form. So, sige. Try natin. Okay? So, yung ating voltage regulation is equal to yung ating EG minus VT all over VT. So, since single phase siya, wala pa tayong per phase or line to line. So, i-disregard muna natin yon. Okay? Ayan. So, kunin muna natin yung EG. So, EG is equal to, okay, VT in phasor form plus I in phasor form times Z in phasor form. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, this is equal to 2,400 plus I in phasor form. So take note, yung I natin dito, naka-magnitude to. So magnitude yan. So therefore, we will convert that into um, phasor form. So this is now 450. So that's the magnitude. Para maging phasor siya, kabitan lang natin ng angle. Okay, so bar angle, 0. So ito yon. Unity power factor kasi. Okay, so this is now multiplied by 0.08 plus J 2.8. Okay, so therefore EG now is equal to what? So mode 2 tayo. So 2,400 plus 450 bar angle 0 multiplied by 0.08 plus 2.8 I. Then gawin natin siyang polar form. So kasi dito makikita natin yung magnitude. So therefore this is now 2,742.57 bar angle 27.35. Okay, so kunin lang natin yung magnitude ng EG. So this is 2,742.57. So yan yung ilalagay natin dito. Okay, so therefore this is now percent VR is equal to 2,742.57 minus yung ating VT. So that is 2,400 all over 2,400. Okay, times 100% since percent regulation yung gusto natin. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So that is 2,742.57 minus 2,400 over 2,400 times 100%. So therefore, this is now equal to 14.27%. Okay? So therefore, this is letter A. Okay? Okay, so let's move on to the next, number 24. So a three-phase Y connected wound rotor synchronous generator rated at, so yung ating S, that is equal to 10 kVA. So this is at full load, rating kasi. Then 230 volts, so this is line to line. Okay? So this is your terminal kasi nga rated. So VT line to line. And has asynchronous reactance. So yung XS natin is 1.2 ohms per phase and armature resistance of 0.5 ohms per phase. So therefore, yung Z per phase natin is 0.5 plus J 1.2. Okay. So the question is this. What is the percent voltage regulation or percent VR at power factor equal to 0.85 lag? Okay? So, take note po, percent VR tayo. So, since this is single phase, no? Or sorry, three phase na pala to. So, three phase. So, gamitin natin yung per phase or pwede rin per line. Okay? So, per phase na lang muna. So, that is now AG per phase minus V terminal per phase over V terminal per phase. Okay? Ayan. So, pero wala pa tayong EG per phase, no? So, kunin muna natin yan. So, that is now EG per phase is equal to VT per phase plus I per phase times Z per phase. So, these are all in phasor form. Okay? So, therefore, this is now equal to what? Okay? So, per phase analysis. So therefore, this is now 230, but this is line to line. So anong gagawin lang natin? Divided by square root of 3 plus yung I natin per phase. Pero binigyan tayo ng S. So dito tayo kukuha ng kuryente. So this is now, okay? So 10 kVA all over square root of 3. Okay? Multiplied by voltage. So that is 230. Then, bar angle. So, kabitan natin ang bar angle dito. Bar angle, laging power factor, kuryente siya. So, meaning this is negative. So, negative arc cosine ng 0.85 multiplied by 0.5 plus J 1.2. Okay? So, therefore, yung ating EG per phase now is equal to what? So, this is 230 over square root of 3 plus 10 kilo over square root of 3 multiplied by 230. Bar angle, negative arc cosine ng 0.85. So, multiplied by 0.5 plus 1.2i. Okay, so therefore, ano yan in polar form? So this is now equal to, okay, 160.455 bar angle, 6.79 or 6.8 na lang sabihin natin degrees. Okay? So, kunin na natin yung in voltage regulation. Okay, so therefore now voltage regulation is equal to, okay, EG per phase, 160.455 minus VT per phase. So take note, yung 230 dito, so this is only just line to line. So anong gagawin lang natin dyan? Gawin natin per phase by dividing these two, so square root of 3 all over VT per phase ulit. So meron tayong line to line na 230. Divide lang natin siya ng square root of 3. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So magnitude, isa na yan. Absolute value ng answer, minus 230 over square root of 3 over 230 over square root of 3 times 100%. Or, ayun na natin, times 100%. Ilagyan lang natin dito ng times 100%. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So this is equal to 20.83%. So therefore, this is letter C. Okay, so let's move on. Number 25. So a three-phase, Y connected, wound rotor, synchronous generator. So yung ating SFL, so this is 10 kilovolt ampere. Okay, terminal voltage line to line. So this is 230 volts. Has a synchronous reactance of 1.2 ohms per phase and armature resistance of 0.5 ohms per phase. So this is your Z per phase. Okay, so what is the percent voltage regulation at full load? So yung ating percent VR, given that your power factor is equal to 0.8 lead. Okay. Kanina dito sa previous problem, okay, lag siya. Ngayon dito sa current problem natin is naka-lead na siya. Okay, so anong gagawin lang natin dyan? So same procedure. Okay, so kunin lang muna natin yung EG per phase. So this is equal to VT per phase plus I per phase times Z per phase. Okay? So this is R all in phasor form. Okay, so this is now 230 over square root of 3 plus the quantity. Okay, yung ating I. So dito natin yan kukunin sa S. Okay? So itong I na to. So this is now 10 kilo over square root of 3 times yung ating voltage, 230. Then, kabitan natin ng bar angle. So, bar angle, okay? So, take note po, leading yung power factor natin dito. So, therefore, ano yan sa I? Okay, so this is now positive. Okay? Sign conventions natin from your AC circuits. Ito yon. Okay? So, positive are cosine ng 0.8 multiplied by 0.5 plus J 1.2. So therefore, what's now your EG per phase? So, gawin lang natin siyang polar form. So, this is equal to 128.705. So, 128.705 bar angle, 14.23 degrees. Okay? So, anong gagawin na natin dito? So, kunin lang natin yung percent regulation. So, percent voltage regulation is equal to EG per phase minus VT per phase over VT per phase times 100%. Okay? So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, this is now 128.705 minus, okay, yung ating terminal voltage per phase. So, line to line yung binigay sa atin, no? Ito. So, anong gagawin lang natin? So, divide lang natin siya ng square root of 3. Okay? So, all over 230 all over square root of 3. Okay? So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, magnitude ng answer minus 230 over square root of 3 all over 230 over square root of 3. Okay? So, lagyan lang natin ng times 100%. Kalimutan natin lagyan. So, therefore, this is now equal to, okay, negative 3.08%. Okay? Okay, ito naman yung sign convention natin for percent VR. So, if positive yung ating percent VR, big sabihin yung ating power factor is nag-unity or naglalag. Okay, like for example, dito sa unang example natin kanina, no? So as you can see, positive yung ano natin, no? Percent voltage regulation. And yung ating power factor is unity. Okay? So dito rin. So laging power factor. Okay? So positive pa rin yung ating percent voltage regulation. Okay? So dito naman, kapag negative naman yung ating percent voltage regulation, so yung PF mo dapat is leading. Okay? And also, okay, if your percent VR is 0, big sabihin, nagli-lead yung ating power factor. So, kailan nga ba tayo nagkakaroon ng percent VR na 0? If and only if, so percent VR is 0, if and only if yung ating EG is equal to your terminal voltage. Okay? Ayan. So, ito yung mga conditions natin. Okay? So, katulad nitong sample problem natin dito sa susunod. Okay? So, ito gagamitan natin siya ng Caltech. Okay? Ayan. So, a three-phase Y-connected wound rotor synchronous generator. So, three-phase wound rotor synchronous generator rated at, okay, SFL is 10 kVA. So 230 volts, that's your line to line. Has a synchronous reactance of 1.2 ohms and an armature resistance of 0.5 ohms per phase. So yung Z per phase natin, so that is 0.5 plus J, 1.2. Okay. So what is the power factor daw? Such that the voltage regulation at full load is 0. So yung ating voltage regulation is 0. So ano daw yung ating power factor? Okay? So take note po ulit kanina from the conditions that I have stated a while ago that kapag nag-zero yung ating voltage regulation, okay, yung ating EG, that is equal to your VT. And also, magkakaroon siya ng leading power factor. So, big sabihin dito, lahat naman sila leading power factor. Okay, so wala tayong matatanggal dyan. So, ano pa ang dapat nating malaman? So, if your voltage regulation is zero, so your EG per phase is equal to your terminal voltage per phase. Okay, so therefore, dito, yung ating VT per phase is equal to what? So 230 over square root of 3. So, ano yan? Ano yan in magnitude? So this is 132.79 volts. Okay. Kung alam na natin to, so therefore malalaman na rin natin yung ating EG per phase. Yan rin yan. Kasi nga, EG per phase is equal to your VT per phase at voltage regulation equal to 0. Okay? Yan. So ngayon, ang gagawin na lang natin dito is mag-trial and error na lang tayo dito. So TNE, so trial and error. Maghanap tayo ng power factor wherein yung ilalabas ng power factor na yon is 132.79 volts. So, para lang siyang reverse engineering. Okay? Ayan. So, using your EG per phase is equal to VT per phase plus I per phase times Z per phase. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? Okay, so this is now equal to EG per phase. So, magnitude na lang yung kunin natin kaagad, no? So, magnitude ng um, VT per phase, 230 over square root of 3 plus yung ating I per phase. So, this is now, okay, 10 times 10 raised to 3 all over square root of 3. Okay, multiplied by 230. Lagyan natin ng bar angle para maging phasor. So, dito napapasok yung power factor. Okay? So, since siya ay leading, so this is now positive. So, positive arc cosine ng, okay, dito napapasok yung trial and error natin na x. So, this is your unknown variable. Okay? So, yan yung ita-trial and error natin. So, multiplied by 0.5 plus J1.2. Okay? So, sige. Type natin. So, that is now absolute value ng 230 over square root of 3 plus the quantity 10 times 10 raised to 3 over square root of 3 multiplied by 230 bar angle arc cosine. So, positive arc cosine ng x. So, yan yung ito-trial and error natin. So, ang tawag dito is calc method. So, this is a calculator technique for um, electrical engineering, yung calc method natin. So, this is now times 0.5 plus 1.2i. Okay, ngayon dito, so trial and error natin, so press calc. So, press calc. Magtatanong ng value ng x. So, press calc, magtatanong ng value ng x. So, unahin natin si letter A. Okay, if that is 0.837 lag, or sorry, lead. So, 0.837. So, dapat ang ilalabas yung sagot ay 132. Okay, kung hindi 132, ibig sabihin, mali yung sagot na yon. Okay, kasi nga dapat mag-equal si EG at saka VT. So mali. So mali na to. Malayo siya dito. Di ba? Okay? So, i-compare lang natin sila. O, letter B tayo. 0.894 lead. Okay? Calc lang natin yan. So, press calc ulit. So, 0.894. Okay? So, parehas ba doon sa ating EG? Hindi pa rin. Okay? So, kung hindi pa rin, so mali na tong letter B. Okay? So, mali na rin to. So, how about si letter C? Si letter C naman is, wala, 0.869 lead. Trial and error natin. So, press calc lang. Okay, magtatanong ulit ng value ng x. I-type natin siya, 0.869. Okay? So, ano lang natin, no? I-compare lang natin sa nakuha natin dito. Okay? Parehas ba sila? So, 132.79 versus 132.8. Medyo malapit, okay? So, medyo malapit siya. So, we can consider this. Pero, itry pa natin yung letter D. Baka mas malapit tong letter D. So, kapag letter D yung natin, ini-consider natin. So, calc na naman natin. So, that is 0.877. Press equals. So, 133 volts. So, big sabihin mas malayo. Okay, dito sa 132. So, therefore, the answer is letter C. Yun yung pinakamalapit. Okay? So, letter C yung sagot. Okay, letter C. Next tayo, number 27. So, we have a 1000 kVA. So, SFL, 1000 times 10 raised to 3 volt ampere. Okay, yung ating ano dito, terminal voltage, line to line. So, 3,000 volts, 50 hertz, three-phase, star connected or Y. Alternator has armature effective resistance of 0.2 ohms. Okay, so yung ating RA is 0.2 ohms. Ayan. So a field current of 40 amperes produces a short circuit current of 200 amperes. Okay, so at field current that is equal to 40 amperes, it will produce a short circuit current or ISC. So meaning nag-undergone siya by a short circuit test. So yung ISC daw natin dito is 200 amperes. And open circuit voltage of 1040 volts. So take note po, meron rin siyang open circuit test. So yung ating VOC is equal to 1040 volts. So take note, this is line value or line to line. Okay? Now, calculate the full load percent regulation at a power factor of 0.8. So, hanapin daw natin yung percent voltage regulation at a power factor of 0.8. So, yung ating PF is 0.8. Okay. Ayan. So, paano nga ba natin makukuha yung ating percent VR? Take note again, percent VR is EG per phase minus VT per phase over VT per phase times 100%. Okay? So, take note, may VT na tayo per phase. So, kunin lang natin yan dito. Okay? pero wala pa tayong EG per phase. E di yun muna yung kukunin natin. So that is now EG per phase is equal to VT per phase plus I per phase times Z per phase. And these are all in phasor form. But however, yung Z natin dito is incomplete kasi nga yung Z per phase natin must be what? RA plus JXS. Okay? Meron tayong RA or armature resistance pero wala tayong synchronous reactance. Okay? So, saan natin kukunin yan? So, kukunin natin yan sa mga test natin. So, we will get this from test. Okay? Yung mga test na ginawa natin. Okay? So, kunin muna natin dito yung ating Z per phase na magnitude. Okay? So, Z per phase na magnitude. So, this is now equal to, nasa na yan? Yung ating EOC all over ISC. Okay, so therefore, this is now equal to what? So 1040 over square root of 3 divided by 200. So 1040 over square root of 3 divided by 200. So this is equal to 3 ohms. Sir, bakit may over square root of 3? Kasi nga nakaway ka and line to line yung voltage mo dito sa open circuit test. Okay? So therefore 3 ohms. Okay? So paano na natin dito kukunin yung XS? Okay, impedance triangle lang. So dito yung Z, ito yung ating R, ito yung ating X. Okay? So therefore Z or tama, X S per phase is equal to square root ng Z per phase squared minus R A per phase squared. So therefore, this is now square root ng 3 squared minus 0.2 squared. So that is now 3 squared, square root ng 3 squared minus 0.2 squared. So this is equal to 2.99 or 2.993 ohms. Okay? So, yan na yung ilalagay natin dito or isasalpak natin dito. So, this is now equal to what? Okay, so EG per phase. So, kunin na natin kagad yung magnitude. So, this is now equal to magnitude ng BT per phase. So, that is 3,000 over square root of 3 plus, okay, yung ating I. So, kunin natin sa S. So, that is now 1,000 times 10 raised to 3 all over square root of 3 multiplied by 3,000 bar angle. Okay? Yung ating power factor dito na lag. So, negative yung ating angle dito sa angle. So, negative arc cosine ng 0.8 multiplied by 0.2 plus J9, 2.993. Okay? Okay, so i-type lang natin, no? So, this is now magnitude, absolute value ng 3,000 over square root of 3 plus the quantity. So, ito may ano. So, this is now 1,000 times 10 raised to 3 over square root of 3 multiplied by 3,000 bar angle negative arc cosine ng 0.8 multiplied by zero point 2 plus 2.993 I. So therefore, yung ating dito, per phase voltage is 2,153.399. So 2,153.399 volts. So yan yung gagamitin natin sa yung ating voltage regulation. So percent voltage regulation now is equal to 2,153.399 minus yung ating terminal voltage per phase. So that is now 3,000 over square root of 3 divided by 3,000 over square root of 3 times 100%. Okay? So, sige. Ano lang natin? Answer minus 3,000 over square root of 3 all over 3,000 over square root of 3. So, therefore, the answer is 0.2432 or 0.2433, or that is equal to um 24.33%. So, hindi ko pa kasi na times 100, no? So, ito na yon. So, that is letter D. Okay? So, next tayo. Number 28. So, a 25 kVA alternator has a total loss of 2,000 watts. So, P loss, that is equal to 2,000 watts when it delivers rated kVA to a load at a power factor of 0.76. So, take note po, ang SFL natin dito, hindi pa natin nalagay, 25 kVA. So, power factor is 0.76. Okay, so calculate its percent efficiency. Okay, so efficiency at rated kVA. So, meaning this is at full load. Bakit kanyo? Kasi nga, delivering rated kVA, meaning delivering full load. Okay? Ayan. So, take note po dito. Efficiency is equal to output power over input power. But what's your input power? That is output plus losses. Okay? So, ano po ba ang ating output power at full load? So this is equal to S at full load multiplied by your power factor. So yan yung ating P out dito. Ito yon. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 25 kilo times power factor 0.76 over 25 times 10 raised to 3 times 0.76 plus, okay, yung ating losses, 2,000. So this is now times 100%. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So 25 kilo times 0.76 over 25 kilo times 0.76 plus 2,000 times 100%. So this is now equal to 90.48%. Letter A. Okay, so let's have number 29. So we have a 25 kVA, so SFL, 220 volts, three-phase alternator. So yung terminal voltage natin, line to line, 220 volts, three-phase. So assume natin na Y connected yan. Y alternator delivers rated kVA or meaningful load. And this is at a power factor of 0.84. So PF is 0.84. So the effective AC resistance between armature winding terminals, so yung ating RT, kasi nga between terminals, so this is 0.18 ohms. The field takes 9.3 amperes at 115 volts. So yung ating I field is equal to 9.3 amperes and yung ating V field is equal to 115 volts. So if friction and windage losses, so yung PFW natin is 460 watts and the core loss, P core, that is equal to 610 watts, calculate the percent efficiency. So take note lang po ulit for efficiency. So this is equal to output power over input or that is output plus losses. Okay? Ayan. So, ano yung mga losses na yan? So, this is now equal to, so P out over P out plus yung mga losses natin. Like for example, ano yung mga yon? Okay, friction and windage loss. Yung core loss. Ano pa? Okay, yung ating armature copper loss. And lastly, yung ating field copper loss. Okay? So, yan yung mga kailangan pa nating isaalang-alang. Okay? So, dito. So, unahin na natin muna yung armature copper loss since may resistance tayo dito na 0.18 ohm. So, take note po, terminal yan. So, meaning, so if we will take into account na Y yung ating winding, so yung terminal to terminal natin, so meaning ito hanggang dito, so meaning RT is equal to 0.18. So therefore, kunin natin yung RA. Okay, so if kukunin natin yung RA per phase dito, so that is equal only to 1/2 ng RT. And this is now equal to 1/2 ng 0.18. And this is equal to 0.09. Okay, ohms. And from here, pwede na natin makuha yung ating ano dito na armature copper loss total. So this is equal to 3 times yung ating I per phase squared multiplied by RA per phase. Pero wala pa tayong I per phase. So paano natin yun kukunin? Dun sa ating, okay, rated load. So this is now equal to 25 kVA over square root of 3 multiplied by 220. So this is now equal to, so 25 times 10 raised to 3 over square root of 3 ng 220. So this is equal to 65.608 amperes. Okay? So ilagay natin dito, no? So this is now equal to 3 times 65.608 multiplied by 0.9, 0.09. Therefore, yung ating armature copper loss is equal to, so times 3. So answer squared times 3 times 0.09. So this is equal to 1162.19. Okay? So, okay na to. Okay, so kunin pa natin yung field. So, yung ating field, copper loss. So, this is equal to your voltage in the field multiplied by your I in the field. So, this is now equal to 115 multiplied by 9.3. So, therefore, so that is 115 times 9.3. And this is now equal to 1069.5. So, okay na to. Okay? So, since alam na natin yung mga ano natin dito, field windings natin dito, so pwede na natin makuha yung ating efficiency. So, using this formula. Okay? So, this is now efficiency is equal to yung ating output power. So, rated siya at 0.84 power factor. So, this is 25 kilo multiplied by your power factor na 0.84 all over. So, 25 kilo times power factor na 0.84 plus yung ating friction windage 460 plus yung ating core loss 610 plus yung ating armature copper loss. So this is now 1,162.19 plus yung field copper loss natin na 1,069.5. Okay? So this is now equal to what? So this is equal to 0.8641. So 0.8641 or that is equal to 86.41%. And this is letter C. Okay, so next tayo. Okay, for the parallel operations on alternator. Okay? So, bakit nga ba tayo nagpa-parallel ng alternators? First and foremost, to increase the output power. Kasi sa grid nga natin, medyo kailangan ng maramihang power. Kasi nga, lahat ng mga ano natin, mga loads natin, nakakonekta doon and yung iba doon, malalaki yung power. Okay? So, therefore, kapag malalaking power ang mga loads natin, so dapat yung nagbibigay ng power or yung source is malalaki rin. So, we intend to have a parallel alternators. Okay? So, wala namang nilikhang alternators na sobrang laki. Okay? So, ang ginagawa dyan, pinaparallel yung mga yan para masuplayan yung mga loads natin. Okay? So, pero may dapat na tayong isaalang-alang when it comes on parallel alternators. So, ito yung mga requirements natin. First and foremost, equal magnitude of the terminal voltage. Pare-parehas dapat yung terminal voltage kasi nga nakaparallel. Okay? So, next is same operating frequency. So, big sabihin, so, definite yung frequency ng lahat ng system mo. Okay? So, dapat pare-parehas. Okay? So, pangatlo, same phase sequence. So, kung ABC ba siya or ACB, so dapat i-check natin mabuti. Okay? So, yan yung kailangan natin. And dito, sa alternators in parallel operations, so dito napapasok yung tinatawag nating synchronization. So, bakit nga po ba meron yung synchronization? Nagsisynchronize tayo ng frequency. Okay? So, take note po, kailangan pare-parehas or dapat overall dun sa system mo may iisang frequency lang. Otherwise, yung ating alternator may become or may tend to become a motor or parang hindi niya na magagawa yung kanyang intended to do. Okay? Ayan. So, yan yung kailangan nating isaalang-alang. Okay, so actually may two cases ito. So, yung first case, ito medyo mahirap ito. So, by using your similar triangle. So, your case one is your external characteristic. So, we will use here similar triangles. Okay? Via PF curve or power frequency curve or other voltage frequency curve. Okay? Ayan. So, case 2 naman is load sharing. So, kapag load sharing, so we will use here apparent power method. Ito, mas madali to. Kasi ginagawa na natin to circuits, ano nyo pa lang, circuits 1, or sorry, circuits 2, or AC single phase nyo pa lang. Okay, so dito sa first case tayo mag-focus kasi kailangan nating mag-drawing dito. Okay, so what is our goal here? Okay, so the goal here is to synchronize the frequency or your terminal voltage. Okay, so dalawa lang yung goal natin. So equal frequencies and yung terminal voltage dapat natin mag-i-equal. Okay? Ayan. So, ano yung mga binibigay kapag external characteristic? So, kilowatt rating, voltage rating, speed regulation, bus load, and etc. Okay? Ayan. So, like for example here, no? So, I have here a graph of frequency versus power. Okay, dito. So, dito sa y-axis natin, so this is the frequency. Okay? So, dito sa frequency natin dito, so this is at no load, no? Okay, wala pa siyang load or power is equal to 0. So, habang papamove yan papa-right, so magkakaroon na yan ng increase in power. Okay? So, going to the right. Okay? Ayan. So, katulad rin dito sa pangalawa, okay, pangalawang graph natin, okay, yung frequency natin nasa y-axis. So, habang going to the right yan, so papataas ng papataas yung power. Okay? Pero take note lang po, dito, habang papataas ng papataas yung power, siyang baba ng frequency mo. Kasi ang nangyayari dyan, from no load, mataas pa yung frequency, pag no load, habang nilalagyan mo na yan ng load, bumababa na yung frequency niya. Okay? So, pababa ng pababa yung frequency, pero pataas ng pataas yung power. Okay? Ayan. So, yan yung trend natin for external characteristics. Okay? So, sige. Try nating magsagot dito. Number 30. So, adjustment on field excitation on one of the two alternators operating in parallel will what? Okay? So, take note po kapag nagkakaroon ng adjustment do sa field excitation, therefore, we will change the power factor of the system. Okay? So katulad nga sa pinag-usapan natin sa ano natin, no? Synchronous motors natin, kapag excited siya, normally excited, unity power factor, under-excited, lagging power factor, in-over-excite natin, leading power factor. Okay? So, katulad rin siya dito sa alternators. Okay? So, sige. Let's have number 31. So, we have a generator being synchronized to a large system. So, the actual system voltage and frequency are 13.7 kV and 60 Hertz, respectively. The generator voltage are 13.6 and 60 Hertz, respectively. Okay? So, meron tayo ditong system network. Okay? So, yung system natin, so 13.7 kilovolts and 60 Hertz. Ngayon, magdadagdag daw tayo ng generator. Okay? So, magkakaroon ng um, additional generator. So, yung generator, yung rating niya, 13.6 kV and 60 Hertz. So, kapag kinabit na daw ito sa system mo, anong mangyayari? Okay? Ayan. So, sa frequency, wala namang problema. 'Di ba? So, 60 Hertz, 60 Hertz. Pero, ang unfortunately dito, yung ating voltage dito is iba. So, 13.6, 13.7. So, ang tendency niyan is that instead na siya yung mag-supply, siya yung magbibigay ng voltage dun sa system or ng power dun sa system, siya ngayon yung susupplyan ng system. So, therefore, ang mangyayari dito, it will take real power and reactive power. So, wala to sa choices, no? So, palitan nyo lang yung letter B. So, paki-troubleshoot. Okay? So, hindi siya change in frequency. So, yung letter B dyan, so, generator takes M bar. So, malamang sa malamang, ito na yung sagot. Okay? So, letter B. Next, number 32. So, two alternators operating in parallel supplies 2,500 kilowatts to a load. So, yung ating total power is 2,500 kilowatts. And power factor natin is 0.8 lag. So, machine 1, so yung ating generator 1 delivers 1,200 kilowatts and this is at a power factor of 0.95 lag. So, ano daw yung sinusupply ng G2? Okay. So, since given yung power natin dito, pwede natin gamitin yung first is yung real power method. So, yung total power is equal to yung mga powers natin. So, P1 plus P2. Okay? Plus that. Or yung pang number 2, okay? So, pwede rin natin gamitin yung apparent power method. So, sa S, pero this is in vector form. So, ST is equal to S1 plus S2, that. So, ang pinakamadali dito yung number 1. So, use real power. Okay, so that is PT is equal to G1 plus G2. Okay, so therefore, this is now 2,500 is equal to G1, 1,200 plus G2. So what's now your G2 equal to? So 2,500 minus 1,200. So therefore, this is now equal to 1,300. Letter C. Okay, so let's have number um 33. Okay. So two exactly similar turbo alternators are rated 20 megawatts each. Okay? So dalawa. So G1 is 20 megawatts. So this is at full load. And yung ating G2 is equal to 20 megawatts. This is at full load. So they are running in parallel. The speed load characteristics of the driving turbine such that the frequency of alternator 1 drops uniformly from 50 Hz on no load to 48 Hz on full load. So yung ating F at no load is equal to 50 Hz. So this is on generator 1 ha. Okay, so we have full load. So this is 48 Hz. And that of the alternator 2, so dito sa G2 natin, so yung ating no load is 50 Hz. Okay, going to full load na 48.5 Hz. Okay, so how will the two machines share a load of 30,000 kilowatts? So take note po, kapag finul-load sana natin yan, ang mabibigay na load natin is 40,000 kilowatts or 40 megawatts. Okay? Pero ang gusto lang natin dito sa problem is 30 megawatts or 30,000 kilowatts. So take note lang po dito, no? So yung P1 plus P2 is equal to 30,000 kilowatts or P1 plus P2 is equal to 30 megawatts. Okay? So, sige. So, this is now your equation 1. Ayan. So, anong gagawin na natin dito? So, this is under case 1. So, gamitin natin yung um, PF curve. Okay? So, for generator 1 or G1, so, ito yung F, ito yung P. Okay? So, at no load that is 50 Hertz, so, at full load that is 48 Hertz. So, bababa siya, no? So, nandito. So, 48 Hertz. Okay? So, take note po, this is at full load. So, meaning this is 20, 48. Okay. Ngayon, sa generator 2 naman, so G2, so yung no load natin, 50 Hertz. And at full load, 48.5 Hertz. Okay. So 48.5. So 48.5 Hertz. So this is now 48.5. Okay, ngayon, anong gusto ulit nating mangyari dito? So, same yung kanyang frequency. So, therefore, there will be a synchronization of frequency. So, iisa lang yung magiging frequency nila. And dito yan, darating sa portion na to. Okay? So, dyan sa portion na yan. So, dito magkakaroon ng synchronization of frequency. So, eto magkakaroon ng, okay? So, here, so we have P1, F, okay? So, dito, P2, then F. Okay? Ayan. So, ayun natin to. Similar triangles. Or pwede natin gamitin yung ano dito, no? Um, equation of a line. Okay? Ayan. So, dalawang point lang dito, no? Ito at saka to. So, this is now, so using 2-point form from your analytic geometry, okay? So, that is now y1 or y minus y1 is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 multiplied by x minus x1. Okay? So, yung ating y dito, yung f, okay? And yung ating x dito is yung p. Okay? So, ito na lang gamitin natin. So, this is now, so yung y, that's f, minus y1. So, yung y1 na lang natin dito is ito. Okay, 50. So this is now equal to y2. So that is 48 minus y1. So this is 50 all over x2. So ano yung kapartner nung second point natin? So that is 48. 20 no? Okay, so 20 minus x1. So ano yung kapartner dito ng 50? 0. Multiplied by x minus. Okay, so pero ano yung x natin? That's p. So minus P1 or X1, so that is equal to 0. Okay? And so therefore, this is now F minus 50 is equal to, so ano lang natin to, 48 minus 50 all over 20. So this is, tama ba? So 48 minus 50 over 20. So this is negative 1 over 10 times P1. Or that is now P1 is equal to um, negative 10 multiplied by F minus 50. Or this is now P1 is equal to negative 10 F plus 500. And this is equation 2. Okay, so punta na tayo dito sa pangalawa. Okay, the generator. So this is now y natin is F minus y sub 1 natin ulit, 50 is equal to y2. So that is now 48.5 minus 50 all over 20 minus 0 multiplied by k, p sub 2 minus 0. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Ayun natin siya. Ayusin na natin. So, f minus 50 is equal to 48.5 minus 50 over 20. So negative 3 over 40 times P2. So therefore P2 now is equal to um, F 40 over 3. So negative multiplied by F minus 50. Or therefore P2 now is equal to what? So negative 40 over 3 multiplied by F plus, so ito, times natin sa 50, negative 50. So this is now equal to 20, 2,000 all over 3. Okay? So this is now your equation 3. Okay? So we have now equation 3 unknowns. So recap lang natin ito. So ito yung equation 1 natin. So substitute equation 2 and equation 3 to equation 1. Okay, so therefore this is now equal to what? So this is now negative 10 plus 500. That's P1 plus negative 40 F over 3. So may nakalimutan tayo dito. So 10F dito, no? So negative 10F. Yan. So plus negative 40 F over 3. Then plus 2,000 over 3. And this is now equal to 30. Okay? So shift solve, what is the value of F? So this is negative 10x plus 500 plus negative 40 over 40x over 3 plus 2,000 over 3 is equal to 30. So therefore, the frequency is 48.714 hertz. Okay, yan na yung frequency. So therefore, pwede na natin makuha yung load share nila. Okay? So for the load share, okay, so if your F is 48.714 hertz, so therefore yung P1 natin that is equal to negative 10 multiplied by 48.714 plus 500. So therefore, ilang megawatts ito? So that is negative 10 times x plus 500. So, calc lang natin. Ito yung x natin. So, 41.714. So, this is now equal to 12.85. So, 12.85 megawatts. And for P2, that is equal to negative 40 F over 3. Okay, so ano yung F natin? So, this is 48.714 all over 3 plus 2,000 over 3. So, ilang megawatts naman to? So, that is negative 40 F over P 3. So, plus 2,000 over 3. So, calc lang natin. Ito yung ating frequency. So, therefore, this is now equal to 17.142 or 143. So, 12.85 and 17.143. So, therefore, the answer is nearest to letter B. Okay? So, yan yung ating alternators in parallel. Okay? So, next tayo. Punta na tayo sa another topic. Okay, so we have your faults on unloaded generator. Okay, so when we say fault kasi, so that is an abnormal condition in a power system. Okay, so marami tayong klase ng fault. Merong um, short circuit, merong open circuit. Okay, so yan yung mga faults natin. Okay, sa power, sa unloaded generator or sa power system. Okay, so under your short circuit, meron tayong balance fault and meron din tayong unbalanced fault or unsymmetrical fault. Okay, so for your symmetrical fault, this is also known for your three-phase fault, or this is also known as your line to line to line fault, triple line to line fault. So for example here, we have a generator. So ang ibig sabihin lang ng triple line to line fault, ibig sabihin nagdikit yung tatlong to. Okay? So nagdikit sila. So therefore we have a balance fault. And yung ating fault current dito na IF or yung dumadaloy dyan is what? So that is IF is equal to your E per unit over Z1. Wherein yung E per unit natin, this is the pre-fault voltage. Or ito yung voltage natin before mangyari yung fault. Okay, usually, so yung E per unit natin at saka yung Z1 natin, so this is in terms of per unit. Okay, so kaya kapag walang sinabing pre-fault voltage, so therefore, we assume, okay, E per unit is equal to 1 per unit. Okay, so ito yung default unless specified. How about naman sir yung Z1? Okay? So take note po yung Z1 dito, this is actually the okay, positive sequence impedance. Okay? So meron na tayong na-discuss dati sa ano natin no, sa polyphase natin yung positive sequence, negative sequence, zero sequence impedance. So katulad rin yan dito. Okay, dito na siya magagamit. Okay? Ayan. So this is for symmetrical fault or three-phase fault or balance fault. Okay? So we have your unbalanced fault naman. So it consists of three. So single line to ground, line to line fault, and double line to ground. So pero yung double line to ground kasi hindi na natin siya madidiscuss. Okay? Kasi medyo mahaba-haba yun and wala naman sa boards. Okay? Ayan. So, ma-discuss nyo naman sa power systems nyo yun. Okay? So, for your unbalanced fault, meron tayong tinatawag na single line to ground fault. For example, no? Okay, yung ating isang line dito, dumikit sa ground. Okay? So, ano mangyayari dito? Ibig sabihin, lahat ng kuryente dito pupunta sa ground. Okay? So, ano mangyayari na dito? Yung IB natin is 0, then yung IC natin is 0, yung IA na lang yung magkakaroon ng kuryente. Okay? Pero sobrang laki yan. Okay? Ayan. Kaya, okay? So, paano natin kukunin tong IA or yung ating I fault? So, yung IA or IA natin is equal to the positive, negative, and zero sequence current. Okay natin. But take note po for single line to ground fault, yung ating positive negative, and zero sequence current are equal. Okay, pare-parehas sila. Okay, so na-derive na yan during your power system. So, hindi ko na siya ide-derive para sa inyo. Sasabihin ko na lang yung formula. Okay? So, yung IA1 natin is equal to your E per unit over Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0 plus 3 Zn. So, ano yung Z1 natin ulit? So, this is the positive sequence impedance. So, yung Z2, so this is the negative sequence impedance. So, yung Z0 natin, so this is the zero sequence impedance. Okay? Sir, how about yung Zn? So, this is your neutral reactor impedance. Pero kung siya ay solidly grounded, okay, so hindi na kasya, no? So, if solidly grounded, this is zero. So, lagay ko lang yung condition. Kapag solidly grounded, Zn is zero. Okay? Ayan. So, usually, ito lang yung meron. Okay? So, kapag binigay ito, may kasamang ganito, so i-plus nyo yun. Pero, kapag wala or solidly grounded siya, ito lang yung formula natin. Okay? Ayan. Okay? So, yan yung phase current natin for IA1, okay? Pero paano naman yung ating IF? Okay, yung IF natin, this is only just the fault current or overall current dun sa fault, okay? So, fault current. So, this is now equal to 3 times IA1. Okay, kasi nga, yung sum ng tatlong sequence currents natin dito, magta-times 3 lang kasi pare-parehas sila. Okay? So, 3 times IA1. Okay? So, next. Okay, line-to-line fault or face-to-face fault. Okay? So, take note po, line-to-line. So, for example, yung line A, dumikit sa line B. Okay? So, ngayon dito, ang mangyayari dito is that yung kuryente dito magsasabat or magsasalubong. Okay? So, therefore, dito, yung IA1 natin dito is equal to what? So that is your pre-fault voltage all over Z1 plus Z2. Okay? And your I fault now here, since magsasalubong yung dalawang linyang to, so yung I fault mo dito is equal to your IA1 plus IA2. But this is now equal to square root of 3 ng E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2. Okay? Ayan siya. So, eto na-derive na to. Okay? Okay. So, sige. Ayan na natin siya. So, take note lang pala yung mga formulas natin dito. So, ito, yung IA1 dito at yung I fault dito. So, these are all in per unit. So, all in per unit. So, therefore, kapag i-convert mo siya sa base, okay? So, ang mangyayari lang is, or sorry, kapag i-convert mo siya sa actual parameter, so i-multiply mo lang siya sa base, okay? So, yung ating I actual is equal to your I per unit multiplied by your I base. Okay? So, alam ko naman na familiar na kayo sa per units. Okay? So, Um, and na lang natin yung mga problems natin. Solve natin siya. Okay. So, number 34. So, as 600 kVA, so yung SFL natin, 600 kVA, 2,400 volts. So, this is your line-to-line voltage. Three-phase alternator has a zero phase reactance of 12%. So, meaning, so yung ating Z0 dito is equal to 0.12 per unit. Positive and negative sequence reactances of 8%. Okay, so Z1 is 0.08 per unit and yung ating Z2 is 0.08 per unit. So if the alternator resistance is negligible, so yung ating RA dito is negligible, 0. So determine the fault current that the alternator can sustain if a three-phase fault occurs at its terminal. Take note po, ang gusto nating mangyari dito, magkaroon daw ng three-phase fault. Okay? So, balikan lang natin yung formula natin for a three-phase fault or symmetrical fault. So, yung ating fault current dito is equal to your E per unit or your pre-fault voltage all over Z1. Okay? So, but this must be in per unit. Okay? Ayan. So, since wala tayong pre-fault voltage dito, we will assume, okay, a pre-fault voltage of 1 per unit or naka-rated load ka. Okay? Yan. So, 1 per unit. So, therefore, this is now equal to 1 all over 0.08. So, therefore, this is now equal to what? So, 1 all over 0.08. So, this is equal to 12.5 per unit. Pero ang problema natin is that naka-ampere siya. So, therefore, this must be converted to actual current. Okay? So, therefore, your actual current now is equal to, so IF natin is equal to your I per unit multiplied by, okay, I base. So, saan natin kukunin si base? Dun sa rated current natin. Okay? So, therefore, this is now 12.5 multiplied by yung rated current natin, kunin natin sa S. So, therefore, that is now 600 kilo all over square root of 3 multiplied by 2,400. Okay? So, yung answer natin, i-multiply lang natin sa 600 times 10 raised to 3 all over square root of 3 ng 2,400. So, therefore, this is now equal to 1,804.219 amperes. And this is letter B. Okay? Ayan. So, ito, patikim pa lang ito sa ano ninyo, power systems ninyo. Okay? So, ito, kumbaga, ito yung pinaka, ano kasi, bread and butter natin for electrical engineering. So, that's your fault analysis. Okay? Kung gusto mo mag-PEE, so, ito yung i-ano mo, i-master mo. Okay? Ayan. So, next, number 35. So, in problem number 34, so ito yung previous problem kanina. So, if a face-to-face fault occurs at the alternator terminal, so hahanapin daw natin yung fault current. So, yung ating fault current, kapag siya ay face-to-face fault or line-to-line fault. So, line-to-line fault. Okay, so ano ulit yung line-to-line fault natin? So, this is equal to Okay? IF multiplied by square root of 3 multiplied by E per unit over Z1 plus Z2. So yung IF, that is equal to your square root of 3 ng E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2. Okay? So therefore, this is now equal to square root of 3 ng E per unit natin dito sa previous problem natin. So, assuming that this is rated voltage, so meaning siya ay 1 per unit. Okay, so 1 all over Z1 plus Z2. So that is 0.08 and 0.08. So, all over 0.08 plus 0.08. So, ilan to? So, square root of 3 multiplied by 1 over 0.08 plus 0.08. So, therefore, this is equal to 10.825 per unit. Okay, kung kukunin lang natin dito yung actual, so this is equal to I per unit multiplied by your IBs. Okay, so therefore, this is now 10.825 multiplied by yung I base natin, this is your rated current. So this is equal to 600 kVA all over square root of 3 ng voltage natin. So that is 2,400. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So I fault now is equal to, okay, 1,562.5 amperes. And this is letter A. Okay, next, number 36. Ito na yung last. So we have a three-phase 11 kV. So this is your terminal voltage line to line. So 10 MVA alternator. So SFL is 10 mega. Okay, megavolt ampere alternator has a sequence reactances of X1, that is J.15 per unit. Negative sequence, so X2, that is J.15 per unit. And a zero sequence, so XO, that is equal to J.05 per unit. With negligible neutral Y reactant. So kapag negligible, so yung ating Zn is equal to 0. So if the alternator is on no load, calculate the line to ground fault. So hahanapin daw natin yung line to ground. So single line to ground fault. And also here, the three-phase fault. So yung three-phase fault or yung ating balance fault or symmetrical fault. Okay? So unahin natin yung single line to ground. Okay? So yung ating I fault for a single line to ground is equal to, okay, that is 3 times IA1. Wherein IA1 is, okay, 3 times E per unit all over Z1 plus Z2 plus Z0. But since walang Zn, hindi ko na isusulat. So, sulat ko na lang pala. Ito kasi magsisiro rin lang. Okay? Ayan. So, sige. Therefore, this is now equal to what? Okay? So, this is now equal to 3 multiplied by E per unit. So, since walang sinabing pre-fault voltage dito, so we will assume that your E per unit here in per unit is 1 bar angle 0 per unit. So, meaning this is rated. Rated per unit value. Okay? Ayan. So, therefore, this is now 1 all over J.15 plus J.15 plus J.05. So therefore, I fault now for a single line to ground fault is equal to 1. So this is now 3 multiplied by, okay, mode 2 tayo. So 3 multiplied by 1 all over 0.15i plus 0.15i plus 0.05i. So plus 0. So this is now equal to negative J 60.60 over 7 per unit. Or in magnitude, so yung ating I fault now for a single line to ground fault is equal to 60 over 7 per unit. Okay? So, paano na natin kukunin yung actual niyan? Okay? So, i-multiply lang natin sa base. So, yung ating I fault actual, so this is now equal to I per unit multiplied by your I base. Okay? So, this is now equal to 60 over 7 multiplied by 10 times 10 raised to 6 all over square root of 3 multiplied by yung ating terminal voltage line to line. So, 11 kV. So, that is 11 times 10 raised to 3. Okay? So, therefore, this is 60 over 7 multiplied by 10 times 10 raised to 6 all over square root of 3 multiplied by 11 kilo. So, this is now equal to 4,498.83 amperes. So, this is for a single line to ground. Okay? So, kunin pa natin yung three-phase na. Okay, diretso na natin. Okay, so this is now equal to E per unit all over Z1 multiplied by yung ating I base. So therefore, this is now 1 all over 0.15. So tanggalin ko na yung J, no? So multiplied by I base natin, so that is 10 times 10 raised to 6 over square root of 3 multiplied by 11 times 10 raised to 3. So therefore, this is now equal to what? So therefore, this is now equal to 3,499 amperes. So therefore, this is your I fault for a three-phase fault. Okay? So the answer is letter A. So 4,499 and 3,499. Okay? So that ends your alternator. So yung faults natin, so magdi-discuss pa ako nito sa transformers and also sa power system. So don't worry. Okay? So ito, introductory part pa lang ninyo for um, fault analysis. Okay? So God bless everybody.